When you first come into the time off system, you'll notice the calendar display. Not only will you see your own requests, but the requests of anyone else who is in your department, as well as any direct reports. Directors also have visibility to requests in departments that they oversee. By default, the calendar displays 1 month at a time, and you can use the calendar navigators to move through months. And on the left-hand side, you can use the navigators to display requests any number of different ways. To create a new request, simply click on the New Request button. The system will automatically populate basic information in the header, leaving you with just a few fields to fill out before submitting your request. By clicking on the date picker icon, you can select your from date. You'll also notice that you can navigate to different months just by clicking on the navigation within the calendar picker. Once you've made the selection of your from date, you'll see that the same date automatically populates into the to date. At the same time, you'll see that the total work days out reverts to the default value of 1. But if you change your to date, you'll see the total work days out change as well. You can also use the checkbox to indicate that the request includes a half day. Note that this will subtract half of a day from the total work days out. And a quick thing about that number, if your date range includes holidays or weekends, the system will automatically filter those out of the total work days out calculation. Next, just select the type of day you're requesting off and enter a simple reason for your request. But once you've completed filling out your fields, you're ready to forward it for approval. Let's take a look at what happens next. As soon as you click on that button, your direct supervisor will receive an email indicating your request. Assuming your supervisor approves your request, an email goes to HR so that they can deduct the time off from your bank, and a confirmation goes to you letting you know that your supervisor has approved your request. The system then waits until 1 day prior to the start of your timeout before sending you an email confirming that you still intend to take the time off. If you do, there's nothing to do. If you don't, the system will allow you to withdraw the request. Your supervisor also has the ability to withdraw a request on your behalf. Anytime a request is withdrawn, emails go to both the supervisor and human resources letting them know that you've done so. The window of opportunity to withdraw a request lasts until 3 days after the return date. If you haven't withdrawn the request by then, the system assumes that you have taken that time off and will move it into a final state of approved taken. One other note, particularly for supervisors. Timely review of these requests is very important to be sure that they don't fall through the cracks. If no action is taken 3 days after the initial request from the employee, a reminder email goes out to the supervisor. The system will keep on sending those reminder emails every 3 days until the supervisor takes some action. And if no action has been taken 1 workday prior to the start of the timeout, the system will send an email to the requester letting them know that the supervisor has not yet approved the time off. That's it for the overview. More new features are on their way, and those will be covered in other videos.